Happy 4th of July, everybody. I don't know how happy millions of Americans are, though, right now. Because of the big, ugly bill that just passed. That's gonna cause so much suffering for so many low-income individuals throughout America that were depending upon their health insurance, SNAP, food, rent assistance, and much more. And now their lives are in jeopardy because of some selfish, greedy, power-hungry, money-hungry, terrible and corrupt people. You know, I always believed and thought that, people were better than this, but from what I've been seeing, it seems like, whenever somebody that's really just power hungry and money hungry gets in there, they don't really care. They don't care. They will not care if even they say 50,000 of us Americans are going to die every year as a result of this bill. Like, that's a tragedy. You know what was also a tragedy? When they gutted and, destroyed USAID. That program helped millions of people throughout the world. And they just went in there and butchered the thing. And they did it in the name of God. This is just... You can't make this stuff up. Like, this is what we're living in, and we're going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to accept this reality, I guess, for right now. And just pray and hope that, things are going to get better, but we can't just sit around and, wait for things to get better. We have to actually be actively involved. We have to go to peaceful protests when they happen, like No King's Day. We need to make sure that we vote. We need to use our voice, like what I'm doing right here on this YouTube channel. It's not a huge audience compared to some of these other ones out there, but I'm still doing my part, right? Like, that's the whole point. I'm spreading the message. I'm trying to make awareness. And look, if you don't agree with me on this channel, then that's fine. But don't try to tell me that you're a good human being. Don't try to tell me that you love your neighbor, because you don't. If you're in America and you go along and support Trump and MAGA, I'm not going to take you seriously. I'm not. Because I have eyes to see, I have ears to hear, and what I can see with my own eyes and hear with my own ears is the most cruel, inhumane, dehumanizing stuff that I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you're blind to that, if you don't even care, if you're heartless, then get out of here. Just get out of here. Because this isn't what our ancestors fought for. I don't want any part of it. You know what? I reject the God that you believe in. Because it's not the God of the Bible. It's not Jesus that you believe in and follow. No. Your God is power and money. And that's all it is. It's the God of selfishness. It's the God of arrogance and pride. And don't try to come at me telling and accusing me of these things. No. I'm not going to fall for the gaslighting. I'm not going to fall for the projecting. That's what your leader does, Donald Trump. And if you're like me, if you believe like I do, You know exactly what I'm talking about. Because this is how you're treated by your American brothers and sisters. They go to church every Sunday. But then every other day of the week, they're intolerant bigots. They hate their neighbor. They don't love their neighbor. They hate their neighbor. They say, oh, obedience. We must be obedient. We must do this. We must do that. They have their own specific sins that they like to preach about and talk about. Meanwhile, ignoring all of the other things. They're hypocrites, full stop. And hypocrisy stinks. They're a bad witness. And that's what it is. They're brainwashed. They refuse to become educated about some things. They don't want to have an open mind. They don't want to use any kind of rationality. This has been my observation. This has been my experience with folks. And I understand it more than anyone because I was once in that system. I was once in that cult. And I had to challenge and question my own beliefs. I had to look at myself in the mirror and be like, you know what? Is this who I am? Is this really what I believe? Is this what I support? Is this in alignment with what the words of Jesus are saying in the scripture? And when I honestly asked myself those questions, I came to the realization that no, following Donald Trump and these horrible things that he's doing in his administration and the MAGA followers, this is not what we are called to do. I'm sorry, it's just not. And so I can't ever get behind it. And, you know, the other thing that is just absolutely disgusting, if you haven't heard about it already, is Alligator Alcatraz. That's right. In America, we're supposed to be better than Auschwitz, Germany. My grandfather fought in World War II against that atrocity. And here we are. MAGA, Trump, the White House official page, making light of alligators eating migrants. Laura Loomer making horrible tweets about 65 million meals for the 65 million or so Latinos, you know, undocumented immigrants. Like, this is where we're at. Where apparently they think that that's completely fine. Oh yeah, let's just build a detention camp in the middle of the Everglades, throw a whole bunch of undocumented immigrants in there that we don't like, that we don't, you know, and these people are just working, like they're not causing any harm or crime or anything. They're not dangerous people. The only thing that they broke was coming into the country illegally, and somehow it's justified putting them in one of these horrendous camps surrounded with man-eating reptiles, and everybody's okay with that? No. No. People need to speak out about this, because it's wrong. Full stop. This isn't how we're supposed to treat people. Nor our enemies. We're supposed to love our enemies. Not get, you know, excited and be full of glee seeing these folks suffer. That's disgusting. This is no different than like gladiator games. So, you know, just remember, being a Christian means following Jesus, trying to do what he calls us to do, walking the straight and narrow path. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow MAGA. It's not going to lead to a good place. If you like this video, give me a like, and subscribe.